back. Now we'll see what were the foreign relation in the Rajiv Gandhi era, that is 84 to 89. Now the first thing is Rajiv Gandhi maintained a cordial relationships with both USA and the USSR. Okay, it was a time period of the Cold War, and Rajiv Gandhi maintained a cordial relations, right? For example, Rajiv Gandhi went to Ronald Reagan, and he asked for the supercomputing technology from the Americans, but Americans refused because Benazir Bhutto, which was at that time an ally, Pakistan was a close ally of America, opposed and told Reagan that it was a spying tool of India against Pakistan, and India won't be using it for meteorological application as said by the Rajiv Gandhi, but rather as a spying tool, to which Ronald Reagan denied. And now when Ronald Reagan denied, Rajiv Gandhi roped in Satyanarayan Gangaram Pitroda, also known as Sam Pitroda, from US and formed CDAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Thereupon, we came with Param, that is India's first indigenous supercomputers, and after that we also started selling it to countries such as the USSR, etc. Now, Rajiv Gandhi, with respect to the neighborhood, he maintained a regional cooperation as against Indira Gandhi, who was trying to be a regional hegemon. Rajiv Gandhi vouched for a regional cooperation by breaking the stalemate, that is by breaking the talks with China. He went to China, he visited China, and from since 62 65 it was the first time an Indian had visited China. He also promoted SAARC. Okay, and but Rajiv Gandhi got in a very difficult situation with Sri Lanka following Indian-Sri Lanka Accord. There was also loss of prestige with the withdrawal of IPKF. Let's see what's in 1956. Soon as the Sri Lanka gained independence, Sinhala, and not the Tamil, Sinhala was declared the official language, and Tamilians, they were degraded as and treated as a second-class citizens because there were discrimination in education. Tamils were not allowed an easy access to the university, so much so that their enrollment in universities and professorship and overall in education and employment got decreased significantly. Moreover, the Sri Lankan government used to send the people who were in jails, that is the criminals, to the Tamil dominated areas in order to make the Tamils a minority in their own areas, right? Also, there were many cases of human rights violation. Now, seeing all this, first of all, Tamils protested peacefully, going for the Gandhian way. But in 1980s, militancy started, and they started demanding autonomy, to which they were denied. Soon, secessionist demand started. They wanted a separate Tamil Elam. Now, this Tamil Elam made into LTTE and many other militant groups emerged. Okay, so by 1983, ethnic riots of 1983 led to the huge inflow of refugees to the Tamil Nadu state of India. Now, India had to be an active partner because Sri Lanka was inviting India's enemy to meddle in the warfare, which was not at all would go well for India, right? And India didn't wanted the Sri Lanka to be another unsettled territory, because already we had just fought Pakistan. The Punjab was the Punjab was in problem, right? The northeast was not peaceful. In fact, we had some skirmishes with China. So India didn't want another front, another loss of focus to go unrest, right? Sri Lanka was also a good chance for Rajiv Gandhi to make the Indian mass get away from the domestic hurdles, right? And because already Rajiv Gandhi faced Bofors scandal, to which his lots of by-election he had started losing. Okay, so India had to devise a solution where the Sri Lankan sovereignty and its territorial integrity would be intact, Sri Lankan Tamils would get satisfied, and pacify the sentiments of the Indian Tamils who were pressurizing the government a lot to act in support. Now in 1987, with this, Indian-Sri Lankan Accord was signed, and soon IPKF, Indo Peacekeeping Force, was sent to Sri Lanka. Now the problem was that IPKF was overconfident that the LTTE would soon leave the arms, because they were thinking, and this was also one of the statement of IPKF, the army chief, that there are the LTTE men are their boys. Okay, so with this, in fact, they didn't even made the LTTE a part of the signatories of the accord, and soon LTTE refused to give up arms, right? And India, with no knowledge of geography, Indian peacekeeping forces which had underestimated the LTTE, right? LTTE proved to be a very, very efficient army. It had its own navy, armed forces, so much so that there were child soldiers, there were women fighters, there were suicide bombers, and they were very efficient in guerrilla warfare. Now this a small period of what IPKF have planned to do turned out to be almost 2.5 years, up till 1990, right? At which there was a regime change in Sri Lanka, and also there was an understanding between Sri Lanka and Leyte that IPKF should be sent back to India, and hence IPKF could not achieve its missions, though it learnt a lot. It helped to actually, this overall was not a military failure, it was a political failure. This already I have told what were the reasons of sending the IPKF. Okay, so by 2007 the war ended. There was huge human rights violation on the Sri Lankan army side, and during this era there was loss of prestige due to withdrawal of IPKF, right? Thirdly, Rajiv Gandhi supported the extended neighborhood. Rajiv Gandhi supported non-aligned movement. He condemned apartheid in South Africa, right? Now you must be knowing apartheid in South Africa. It's discrimination based on your ethnicity. Okay, like the Mixed Marriage Act prohibition. Okay, a girl of white cannot marry a boy black in color of different ethnicity. That's a crime, and vice versa also. Okay, there was voting problems, settlement problems, and hence Rajiv Gandhi condemned apartheid in South Africa, and he supported the independence of Namibia, who got This is Namibia, just above the South Africa. Okay. Got independence in 1990. Rajiv Gandhi supported the independence of Namibia. So that's all about what was the foreign relations in the Rajiv Gandhi era. Thank you.